Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. This video actually has a shout out to Jack Hart, you know who you are, obviously, because that is your name. Today's video is called Living with Pain, which sounds quite depressing, but I think it's something that's really important. At my most recent Gut Instinct event, which was cracking, by the way, thank you for asking. Something that came up was how interesting it is that even when you are in remission, you can still live with chronic pain, which doesn't fill you with a lot of hope, I suppose, because you would assume that when you're in a flare, that's when you get most of your symptoms, and then when you're in remission, then you'll be totally fine, easy, breezy, cover girl. Apparently that's not their catchphrase anymore. Devastated. Now, that's not to say it's all doom and gloom, it's absolutely not, but I just think it's quite important to shed some light and raise some awareness on some of the things that you can be feeling when you really look fine. So for me, I have been free of medication for about 2 years now, and have only in those 2 years had one flare that was actually quite a minor flare in comparison to my catalogue of flares, if you will. But most recently, in the last month or so, I have really been struggling with a lot of pain, and for me, that is where all my joints and like my muscles and everything is aching. Like, honestly, imagine the worst flu, except that's how you wake up, that is how you go to bed, and no cold and flu tablets will fix that. So I guess that comes with part and parcel of having an inflammatory bowel disease. Another positive, it's now started to rain and I really feel like that's going to pick up on the microphone. Not ideal. So yeah, I've been living in this excruciating pain for the last 2 weeks, and you know, it ebbs and flows, but more or less it is very painful. It's very difficult to get up in the morning, and it's very difficult to be sat at your desk like, yes, I'll take that call, that's no problem at all. It's not like I feel like shit. So although I don't have the solution, and I know that maybe part of it is because I'm not on medication, I do have a couple of suggestions that might help a little bit. So number one is to try acupuncture. Now, I remember way back when I first got Crohn's disease, and when people used to suggest things like acupuncture, it used to drive me mad. I would literally be like, babe, do you honestly think sticking some needles in my feet is going to cure me? Actually, mate, it might help you. And you know what? It does, a little bit. So last year, when my arthritis was really bad, which is another thing that you get sometimes with inflammatory bowel disease, I found that going to acupuncture really did help. I would love to say that I'm still doing it and therefore I'm pain-free, but acupuncture is not that cheap, I have found, and so I was only able to do about 5 sessions before my bank balance was pretty low, but I did genuinely find that it helped with the joint pain that I had, mainly in my lower back and my arms at the time. And you know, just sticking a little needles in your feet about half an hour a week, if that's what fixes it, that's what fixes it. So if you haven't tried it before, I would really recommend it, and I would actually love to hear how you get on, because currently I'm saving up a little bit each day to get myself back to acupuncture. People rave about it. Don't knock it till you try it. Number 2 is that heat is your friend. Now, we've all seen those like hot water bottle things that like wrap around your waist or tuck around your neck, or literally just a full-on body bag of hot water bottles. That would be very dangerous. I wouldn't recommend it. And it's not always practical to take a little heat pad out with you, although, you know, the market's changing. I'm sure there's a million transportable options, but heat is absolutely your friend. I'm hoping you can't see my hand slipping over. Got some notes, guys. I've got some notes. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos. So yeah, heat is absolutely your friend. Now, whether it's your stomach is hurting, or your back is hurting, or your legs are hurting, I would 100% recommend getting a hot water bottle. And it seems like the oldest trick in the book, but heat helps so much. So whether it's a heat pad, a hot water bottle, a bath, do not underestimate the power of heat. Number 3 is to take supplements. Go talk to your doctor if you're living in pain and you're struggling with whatever it is that's becoming painful to you, and your doctor might recommend some fantastic supplements that you hadn't heard of, that you hadn't thought about. They are not a quick fix. You won't take one tablet and ta-da! I feel great. No, it is more of a long-term thing, but I personally, I'm not a medical professional in any sense of the word. I don't know what the downside of taking the supplements would be. Obviously, don't take too many, but do your research and speak to your GP or your consultant or your IBD nurse, because there might be some really obvious cheap supplements that you can take that might, I'm not saying they're going to get rid of the pain, but they might just help alleviate the pain a little bit, which would be amazing. Because trust me, if you live in pain, chronic pain, all day, every little helps. Got your back, babe. So some that I take is turmeric or turmeric, omega-3, ginger, magnesium, iron tablets, vitamin C tablets. I'm amazed I'm not rattling. All the supplements have been recommended. I just love them, and I don't know if they help. I feel like they do. So I'd be interested to know what supplements maybe you get recommended and whether you think they help. Don't come back in like 3 days and be like, don't feel any different, mate. You will have to wait. But hopefully the wait will be worth it. Number 4, and this again sounds so wanky, yoga or Pilates. If you are living in pain, first of all, it's like it has a real mental strain that I feel like a lot of people don't understand. So if you're living in pain almost every single day, not only does that take a toll on your body, it literally takes a toll on your mind. I cannot tell you how draining it is to wake up and be in pain and go to bed and be in pain, but most importantly, to live your life like a normal person, whatever on earth normal is, and like pretend that you're not in pain and try and do daily things that are so much more challenging to you because you're in pain. Anything I think that will help either your body or your mind, such as yoga, because you know it's a real good mindfulness activity and it can really help calm you and it can help just stretch out your body. Yoga is great. I don't really do yoga, I'll be honest, because I'm so unflexible, but so many people have told me that yoga has been like a blessing to them and they love it and it becomes something that they really look forward to and they can really feel the benefits for it. So whether it's yoga or Pilates or some kind of gentle, very mindful, calm activity, I would definitely recommend giving it a go. You have nothing to lose and potentially lots and lots of things to gain. Number 5, I'm not saying that this is going to be the most life-changing thing, but actually it might. And that is to tell people. There's like the classic thing, like don't suffer in silence, but really don't. There is absolutely no need to suffer in silence, and I know that it can be really tricky, especially if you're in a new job or you're in a new relationship or you're just not the kind of person who wants to be negative and moan all the time, but making people around you aware of how you're feeling will honestly be so impactful, and I hope in a positive way. And if it's in a negative way, get rid of those people. Either you remove yourself from that situation or you remove those people from your situation, because you have enough going on, I guarantee it. People can't understand if they don't know. Although they won't necessarily directly feel your pain, although some people do get sympathy pains, so that would be a bit shit if they have to feel like you're feeling. Letting people understand will definitely help them to empathize or sympathize. Just get them on board with what you might need. So whether it's like, you know what, girl, I literally can't talk to you because I'm just trying to deal with my own inner monologue right now. I'm just trying to focus my energy on not crying. So if you could please tell Brenda on line 4 to not call back, that would be great. You know, little tips can make big changes. Now, I really hope that there was something in there that you can take away from, or if not, to just pass on to your friends or to share around with people, and just know that you are not alone, okay? It has been a really difficult month for me personally, and I've been through a lot of life changes, which I'm sure I will disclose at some point. All of this has been coupled with having my first flare up in about 2 years, which was crazy and definitely was stress induced. I cannot tell you enough how much stress has an impact on your gut, and that isn't just us within the inflammatory bowel disease community, that is everyone. Your gut is like the core nervous system. I know it's not your nervous system, but just like roll with me here. It's just vital to everything that goes on in your life. So if you are stressed, that is going to have an impact on your gut, and it will probably be a negative impact. That's challenging for anyone, but if you have an inflammatory bowel disease like Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis, that can wreak havoc and can be really difficult. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that there are people who will understand, and you are not alone, okay? Like the famous song, you are not alone, sing it, I will be with you. Are these the words? Don't know where I'm going with this, think I should end the video. I can't believe I now sing in all my videos. What the fuck? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you find some comfort in knowing that everything will be okay, and I will have a new video soonish from my most recent event, which was last weekend. It was just so amazing to meet so many people who are in a similar situation but dealing with everything in a completely different way. I just realised people within this community are awesome. So if you're watching this, you're probably awesome, okay? So lots of love and take care, look after yourself, and try not to be too stressed. Oh my god, I'm in pain. Definitely lunchtime.